Okay, Friday the 25th of March, just leaving Swan Reach. Probably go down to Walker's Flat if it's smooth running. If not, we'll pull in before Walker's Flat. Big Bend is just not far down here. It's Big Bend in the river, big cliff edges, goes for about 6 kilometres. Bit of a landmark on the Murray River. Brian's turn to lead off today.
They want houseboats even more on those. That part.
More so-called fishing shacks along the river. Still about 4 kilometres away from Big Bend. So I don't know what this little watercraft over here is supposed to be. Looks pretty cool. Getting a bit bumpy now. Hope it doesn't get much worse. Nice straight stretch here. A little bit breezy, not too choppy, quite good conditions. We've come about 6 kilometres out of Swan Reach. That on the right hand side's of Pungaloo Caravan Park. Sign at the front says Houseboats Welcome. You get up to all sorts of groceries, ice, fuel there. We don't need anything, so we'll just keep cruising along.
In the book it actually says there's petrol at the riverbank, but I'm not quite sure where you can get that.
232 kilometres to the mouth, and that up at front is just the beginning of the Big Bend, which goes around on the starboard, on the port side for about 6 kilometres. Looks like we'll be travelling against sun as well. That'll be lovely. Not sure how well this video will turn out. We're sort of travelling into the sun a bit. Hopefully it's okay. Looks like we might turn away from the sun when we just turn around a bit, so could be good. As long as the wind stays away, we'll be okay. Turning around now into Big Bend. To get an idea of scale, that's Brian's little boat up there ahead of us. Very high cliffs. Not only are these the longest cliffs we've had so far, they're easily the highest. Unfortunately, they're in shadow at the moment, so I don't know how well it's going to come out on video. They're very impressive. Put the boat in the shadow as well now, so we might get a better view of the cliffs. Not far off the edge here, but I've still got 11 metres of water under me. definitely picked the wrong time of day to come around here. We should have done it this afternoon. A bit of sun on the actual cliff edge would have got a much better view. Just up ahead here now, probably a kilometre away, the cliff edge finishes. Still no sun on it. We turned a bit of a corner, but not enough to get the sun. Just the last view of Big Ben as we come to the end of it here. Only 20 feet out from the edge, and we've still got 10 metres of water. Very deep through here. A little township called Nildotty. It says houseboats are welcome, but not a lot of room for little houseboats there. That's a long walk up to the general store, so I think we'll give this one a miss. We've still got about 16 kilometres to go to Walker's Flat, where we'll probably stay the night. After that, there's a further 22 kilometres down to Bow Hill, so it'll be an easy cruise tomorrow down to Bow Hill, where we'll actually fill up with fuel. Just past the little township of Nildotty. About 16 k's to go to Walker's Flat. Boat on the port side we just passed is called Crisscross. Quite a substantial boat for this part of the Murray, but going down was a lot deeper and a lot rougher. The spot up here on the port side looks like it might be Crone's Lodge. Looks like a good mooring spot if it's not private. We've been getting a lot of signs lately saying no houseboats. Anyway, we're not stopping there, we're pushing on to Walker's Flat, which is still about, say, 11 k's away or so. An 8k out of Walker's Flat. Saturday the 26th of March, Walker's Flat, about 7:30 a.m. There's a Munro's little boat over there, I'll tie it up. This big houseboat pulled in between us yesterday afternoon late. There's a drunken fantasy. That's the direction we'll be going this morning, going down to Bow Hill this morning, about 22 kilometres. Little pelican over there. I'm going to go up to the cafe and have a coffee before we go. Probably take off about 8:30 or something. That big houseboat tells me to go down to Young Husband this morning. I think that's where they've got it hired from. There's a ferry over there in the distance. The Walker Flat ferry. Going across to the other side. Nearly there. Doesn't take long to get across. Around about 1 minute. And just down there where Brian is, there's a little boat. They might have heard that ferry all night. We've parked further back, just beyond that big boat. There we are, way over there. Saturday, 26th of March, about 20 to 9 a.m. Just leaving Walker Flat for a 22-kilometre trip down to Bow Hill, where we will stay the night. Quite a nice day today, but it is going to come up windy later apparently. Anyway, only a short day today, 22 k's. bit choppy, but I'm hoping when we get around this corner to the port side, it'll those cliff edges there will protect us from the wind a bit. Still about 18 k's out of Bow Hill. Straight stretch here, a little bit choppy, not as bad as earlier. We're probably about 1 3/4 hours out of Bow Hill, so we should be there about 11 or a bit after 11. Nice easy day today for a change. Nice smooth patch of river here. We're approximately half an hour out of Bow Hill. That bend in the river up there is called Chucker Bend. Bow Hill won't be very far past that. Quite a large houseboat coming up on our port side. I think it says totally unforgettable, one of those hire boats. On our starboard side we have a small, looks like a privately owned boat called Water Spirit. Bad looking little boat, that Water Spirit. Little cruiser coming into Bow Hill, just past their boat. Looks like they might be pulling in. That's the second one that's gone past now. Another houseboat going past. Strange way of spelling Canada, but anyway. Bit more activity on the river today, being a Saturday. A lot of jet skis going past, causing a lot of wake, a lot of noise. That's the houseboat that parked next to us yesterday at Walker Flat. Heading down to Young Husband. Taking this video into the sun, it may not come out very well. Get $4,500 a week to hire that boat, they were telling me. Just going past Brian and Susan's boat now. We're at Bow Hill. It's about 5:30 in the evening. A little cruiser pulled up beside us. It's called Moonshine. Comes from Noosa. They put in at Mildura and they're travelling down to Goolwa. Another big houseboat the other side there. And up on the hill there, that's the Bow Hill General Store. Got everything up there, including grog, whatever you need. Where are we? Where are we? Murray Princess passing behind us here. Tied up at Bow Hill. Sunday the 27th of March. Just taking the cassette up to the dump point. Get rid of everything. Heading off in about half an hour down towards Mannum. But we won't get to Mannum today. We just have about a 20-kilometre trip today. And then an easy 16 or 17-kilometre trip on Monday. Don't really want to get into Mannum on a Sunday with all the ski boats and wake boats and jet skis. And by the time we get into all the higher houseboats, should have left all the moorings as well, so should be good. Sunday 27th of March, just before 9 o'clock, just taken off from Bow Hill, heading downstream about 20 kilometres to park for the night, and then tomorrow on the Monday we'll head into Mannum, which will be about 16 or 17 kilometres from Mannum. Be a nice easy trip on Monday morning. We want to get there after the hire boats have all left all the moorings, so we should have a good spot to stay. And being a Monday, they should have less water activity, so let's hope. So far, no wind, but I think it's going to come up later. Just in an area called Coolcha. According to the map book, these are fishing shacks. They don't look like shacks to me. I don't know how old this book is, but they seem to go on forever, these so-called shacks. We're about 4 or 5 k's out of Bow Hill now. River's very flat, big long wide section of river here, and also very deep, about 14 or 15 metres just back there on the edge. Fair bit of houseboat traffic this morning, so they're getting ready to hand the boats back tomorrow morning. 178 kilometres to the Murray mouth. We're cruising at 10.4 metres of depth under us at the breakneck speed of 7 kilometres per hour. Today is the 27th of March, a Sunday. We started on the 1st of March. We initially did 20 kilometres up the Darling, then back down again. If we include that, we've clocked up 700 kilometres since we started in 26 days. If we go down to Lake Alexandrina and then come back up to Murray Bridge, we have about 125 kilometres left to go. It's about 11:15 on the 27th of March, about the 170 marker. Pulled into this spot, a bit cramped, but nice and deep. And we're going to stay here the night before we head down to Mannum tomorrow. A little bit hard to get off the boat, but you know, good parking spots are very hard to find around here, so we take what we get. There's a spot over the river there, but it's got a road right beside it, so that would be no good. Here goes an unforgettable houseboat pulling downstream behind us here at approximately the 170 kilometre mark. I'm assuming he's going back down to Mannum, which is where we'll be tomorrow about mid-morning. New Horizons video, houseboat going past. We passed them early this morning when they were moored up. Looks like they're heading back down to Mannum, or maybe Young Husband, which is just down the road. It's Monday the 28th of March, about 20 to 8 in the morning. Bit of a tight spot we come into yesterday afternoon, but not too bad. We're heading off down to Mannum this morning at about 8 o'clock. Probably get to about 10:30. It's only a short run today. And we'll probably be in Mannum for a couple of nights. It's just about 8 o'clock, 28th of March. Just heading off now into Mannum, where we'll be for about 2 days at least. Should only be a short 3-hour cruise down there this morning. Bit of a straight run going down to Mannum. There's a pelican in front of me there. He's going to get run over if you're not careful. Quite a nice day for travel today. A little bit overcast, very little wind, and a good cruise down to Mannum. Hope it stays like this all the way. Still about 11 kilometres out of Mannum. The river's turned very bumpy indeed. The river's extremely wide here. When we come through in 2018, the conditions were actually worse than this. Someone in Mannum tells me it's always lumpy coming into Mannum because of the location of the river and the width of the river. Doesn't take much of a wind to actually bring the river up quite bumpy. Just coming into Mannum now. Ferry just coming out, and there should be one coming out from the other side as well. Get out a bit more, we've got to blast our horn and wait for each ferry to give us a green light before we can go through. I can actually see a moor-up spot in front of us down there. Looks like there's no boats there, so we should be able to get in pretty well. Still a bit of a bumpy ride, but not as bad as it was, so it's calming down a little bit. Princess passing behind us again. Very noisy boat. Going upstream this time, heading down towards the double ferry. This is the Mannum Marina, Mannum Waters Marina. That's the entrance to the Murray over there, and this is just the marina here. We've just been down talking to members of the page, and the houseboat's down over there. Still a lot of development left to do. There's quite a big marina here. development yet to come. I think someone says 140 houseboats here already. There's more to go. Back to the entrance. If you go out that entrance and turn right, you'll go down to Murray Bridge. The group that's been following us downriver, the boat are home, and the 2 carra boats have arrived in Mannum. I think they're also heading down to Wellington. That's a view of the ferry at Mannum, crossing over, taken from the deck of the Marion paddle steamer, which is tied up next to the museum here. Mannum, a little launch going past. Bit too windy to travel today, Thursday. Friday's also very windy and rough. We're heading off. Proud Mary passing along back of us through the big waves. Hardly get the camera still. We're rocking about that much. Up with the Murray Princess, moored just out from where we are at Mannum. Look, they're getting ready to load and taking off again. They've rolled out the red carpet, looks like people are ready to board. One big stern paddle wheel. Not very old. First launched in 1986. Saturday the 2nd of April, 7 AM. Sun is not quite up yet, but we're leaving now to make a dash for Murray Bridge before the wind gets up. It's not supposed to be too bad today, but I'm not going to risk it. We'll get down there as quick as we can. Sun will be up in about 20 minutes, but there's enough light on the water to go, so we'll head off in about 2 or 3 minutes. It's Saturday, the 2nd of April, about 20 past 7. Sun's just coming up. We got away before sun up this morning, about 7 o'clock. It was light enough to travel, so we put the navvy lights on and went for it. First time I've used the navvy lights in anger. Wasn't even sure they're going to work. Haven't had them turned on for years, but they work fine. Hopefully we'll get to Murray Bridge today about lunchtime. It's 37 odd k's to go. The wind doesn't get up, we'll make good time. If it gets unbearably rough, we'll pull in and make Murray Bridge tomorrow. So far so good. We've been going for over an hour and the river's like a mill pond at the moment. Stark contrast to what we've had over the last 4 days. Just hope it'll keep up until we get to Murray Bridge. Approximately halfway to Murray Bridge. It's come up very choppy, as we thought it might. Staying close to the starboard side bank, which doesn't appear quite as choppy. This forecast to be like this now all the way to Murray Bridge. It's supposed to come in even worse about 2 o'clock, but if we keep our present schedule we should be at Murray Bridge about 1 o'clock, so we should beat the worst of it. Only 10 k's out of Murray Bridge now. The wind has actually quietened down a fair bit and not as lumpy a ride, so not too bad at the moment. We'll certainly be in there well before the heavy wind starts. Coming into Murray Bridge, and here is the Murray Princess going to pass us on our port side, heading back upstream to Mannum. Quite a large wake they're putting out behind them too. I'll have to take evasive action in a minute.
Oh, that was fun.
Just entering Murray Bridge now, going under the 2 bridges coming in. There's a old car bridge and a rail bridge. The main bridge that the highway takes is a few kilometres further down. So I'd say the town was named after its initial bridge here, but later on there's a new bridge built as well. we can park about 1 kilometre downriver on the right hand side. I think I can see it. Anyway, we'll know more when we get down a bit closer. The waves have come up again, but it doesn't matter because we're almost there. Bit lumpy under these bridges. Jet ski just went past. That's the rail bridge in front, you can see. Here's the Captain Proud passing behind our boat at Murray Bridge. Not sure where he's going, must have a mooring further down. I think he does day trips out. Seems to go up and down a fair bit. So I don't think he does a combination, just day trips. This is the Long Island Reserve boat ramp where we'll be pulling out either Tuesday or Wednesday. The river's down a bit at the moment, but just spoke to a wake boat owner who says he has no trouble putting in there and out. So we pulled out there 4 years ago, so it should be okay. A bit busy here today being Sunday. A few wake boats, a lot of families here. Quite a nice reserve actually. People up there, toilets further around, kids playroom there. Toilets up there, plenty of car parking up there. Quite a good reserve. It's Monday the 4th of April, about 20 past 8 in the morning. We've just had a phone call from Tony, who has a little carra boat. We've been crisscrossing with him all the way down. He's driving to Wentworth today and rang me and offered to pick me and Brian up to take us over to Wentworth today to pick up our trucks. So we have accepted his kind invitation, and he'll pick us up in about an hour and we'll head off to Wentworth to get our trucks, which means we'll probably be able to pull out tomorrow morning, which is good. Save us sitting around here for an extra day or two, and also saves Ian a trip over to pick us up, so all good. Okay, it's Tuesday the 5th of April, about 10 to 7 in the morning. We've just pulled the boat out and we're about to head off. We'll go out through Tail and Bend, Oyen that way, across the river at Tullybuck, and probably stop overnight at Tullybuck. That's Brian's big trailer just down there. He's just leaving it here for a few days before he pulls out, so should be safe enough there. So I left my boat and trailer, the car and trailer last night, and it was quite safe. No dramas pulling the boat out this morning. It was quite come out straight away. There was no wind, there was no current. Very nice.